Hello and welcome to my channel, Wisdom Eyes. First off, I like to say thank you for tuning in to my frequency. Second of all, this is my second time actually uh, making creating a video. So I am not no professional. I'm just a beginner at this. Also, I am more so of an intuitive reader, not so much a tarot reader, but I am using this platform to read cards and occasionally, work my way up to just giving my general messages the way I would normally give them. But for starters, thank you for tuning in once again. And excuse me if I take too many pauses for the causes. Like I said, I will be using tarot cards. I am an intuitive reader, so I actually, you know, do that better than I actually do. But it's a learning, work in progress. I can read cards. It's just I'm not usually doing that on a video. So just stay around and we're going to get through this together. But I promise you, I know what I'm talking about, if nothing else. So just bear with me if you don't mind. Thank you for your support. Like, share, and subscribe if you do. And on that note, we shall begin. All right, so I've already pulled some cards. And shout out to Rachel Fulltime. I will be using her deck of cards today, along with some general regular originals. But Rachel Fulltime, thank you, girl, because I really do like your cards. And so we're gonna get started off with the overall energy. Would be choice and community, which is someone could be making a decision to do something, follow their passions, or have many paths to choose from, you know, what they want to do in business, who they want to work with, what school they want to go to, if they want to work with people, what they're going to do about their family, if they're going to bring them along for this new beginning they're trying to create, or, how they feel about where they live, the people in their environment. Are they going to be dealing with them or not when it comes to this new beginning for someone? We shall see. It's crazy because I see that being a beginning, but on the other end, you have the Tower card, which is somebody must have just gotten out of a situation or had a sudden realization or awakening, something that they had just last endured or could have moved away from. And it could have been old friends, family. Somebody could be thinking about this. And people are trying to figure out who was supporting or helping you in that situation, and it probably was somebody who was causing a lot of stress and chaos. Whatever you went through, endured, it really took a toll on you. It was abrupt. Something like a rude awakening. Somebody could have came in, and really put you through the ringer with a situation. But you are going through a situation where you are being pulled out of that, moving on to new beginnings, and you could be thinking or figuring out how to make it do, how to build your empire, how to go for what you're trying to strive for. Yeah, make your life better after that situation. You could be working hard on trying to, be in a better position, live a comfortable life, and taking care of yourself, with the empowerment card. Also, you could be learning how to save your money or how to conserve, your finances, manage your money. Someone could be trying to stop you from doing that. Whoever caused this tower moment for you in your past, or what you just got out of with this tower card, that changed sudden chaos. So somebody brought some kind of commotion or stress to you, and you were getting away from that. You were figuring your way through that situation, and somebody could have tried to stop you from being able to do that. This could have been a landlord trying to, hold your money or raise the rent so you wouldn't be able to pay to stay there. He could have probably kicked you out if that was the case. Something kind of like that, because you wind up moving. If you're dealing with a community of friends or somebody supporting, or somebody could have supported that situation. This landlord, these group of people could have made it harder for you and was doing stuff to cause chaos and bringing stress towards you. Yeah, and you could have been reflecting on that situation. But moving on from there, you were trying to gain your stability back, and someone could be in thoughts, or you could be thinking about this, or someone could probably be thinking about how you managed to move away from that situation, and they could probably see you are, gaining, some prosperity in your life, some abundance, some wealth, or attracting a lot of wealth. They could be watching you somehow. You call judgment on that situation. You could be reflecting on that, how you're going to be able to do this, and how somebody knows that you are always happy, or you have continued to be in a better position since that past situation. And someone is trying to think of how you let that situation go, how you was able to improve from there. And so somebody could be really thinking about you. Yeah. Someone of authority, like I said, whether it's somebody that you was dealing with, or this community, or landlord, somebody who has some kind of control over a situation, really is trying to figure out how you came up out of that. Yeah. How you was able to balance yourself after what they put you through, and who was protecting you through that situation. This could have been somebody that you was in a partnership with, yeah. Or someone who, when it came to a job, they trying to figure out how you managed to still pay your bills, and after they somehow, the person that you work with could have had some kind of upper hand, or could have been a boss, or this partnership could have been you and the landlord. I'm gonna just say that because you could have got kicked out of a place in your community, and someone was really being causing illusions, and confusions. Yeah. Yeah, to your living, or a situation. Yeah, to someone. Your new beginning, your happiness. Somebody was just being a prick. They're probably mad because you stopped giving them money. You stopped paying your rent or something. Or you stopped giving them money if it was somebody that you was doing business with, or someone that you could have been attracted to. And this could have been a landlord, somebody who had, or a supervisor, somebody that you work with, somebody who was really mad that you stopped, focusing on them, or you didn't need them. That was the case, and they got mad, and they started, playing with your mind, trying to confuse you. They was just being an enemy to you, somebody that you couldn't trust. Yeah, that was in their power, somebody that you really could have been in a partnership with. Yeah, we're gonna say that either which way you take it, how you want to take it, or you know your situation better than I do. You knew the truth about this situation. Somebody wanted you to be stuck, but you found a way out. Yeah, how to leave your job, how to move away from this community, this group of people, this family, whoever and whatever it is. You was real creative in that situation, and somebody knows that. Now they could be worried about your stability or who you could be attracting. Yeah, this definitely was a partner. They're just worried about your stability. They're worried about the wrong thing. They're worried about your money for some reason. And how you left them. Yeah, how you moved out of a home with this Tower moment. You moved out from somewhere, and this could have been somebody that you could have been living with, or you was talking to, and they had, you moved away from them. You probably didn't tell them, or you worked with somebody and you quit a job. Yeah, you moved on from this situation, which was the truth, and someone is butthurt about it. Yeah, let's carry on. So we got the Hangman. Somebody could have been thinking about the situation. That's too many cards. Let's see. Somebody was really mad that you was probably, giving, paying rent somewhere else, or giving somebody planning on doing stuff, sharing, or being balanced with someone else if this is a relationship, and it's not with them. You're moving on from them, and they just being in their butt hurt and their feelings. That's what it sounds like. So what's going on with this Hangman? Somebody, could have seen that you was being a lot happier after you left the situation, and they could be sad because they was wanting to, work with you. Yeah. But they regret working with other people. Yeah, this group of people, they probably could have helped them get you out of that place, get you out of the job, if that was a job or a relationship. These friends helped them, supported a decision which made you put an end to a situation with them. Yeah. Or they was too busy, going with their friends instead of supporting you. But anyway, you made a big change by leaving them abruptly, moving away from them because you was wanting better for yourself. And you could have known what they was doing. You could have just, you knew you didn't deserve that, whatever they did, and you chose to end the cycle with them or the situation. Because they thought they was getting away with something, but really they wasn't. They thought you wasn't gonna catch on. Yeah. So when they working with they friends, these people in the community, they friend group, people that they support, that supported them when they made this decision. When they probably did something when it came to a relationship, they didn't want you to see that they probably started a new relationship with somebody they could have been partying with, or they could have been celebrating with one of their friends. Now they worried, with the Three of Swords, they worried that you found out. They can't sleep. Yeah, because you ended it with them. You'd rather be by yourself with them, and you protect your boundaries from them, and they don't like that. They don't like that. They don't like it. They don't like it. Anyway, what else? And you're probably blocking them too. You don't want nothing else to do with them, because they betrayed you. They was wanting you to break your heart and leave you all sad and lonely and in your feelings. But they were the ones wound up being in their feelings and worried about it, and they can't sleep. it how you want to take it. If it's not, it could be a boss or supervisor. If it was a job, they butt her because, yeah, it came to abundance. You could, could have been let's say, a new position opened up at your job. If you was employed at a job, and instead of giving you, the new position because you was a better worker or, better fit for it, they decided to give it to somebody else. And they wanted you to be in their feelings because you was outdoing people, or you was, so they was just basically hating on you. These people that you could have worked with, if that was the case, we're gonna say it could have been your co-workers. Yeah. And if it's not, then like I said, we use these neighbors where you was living at could have been mad at you and they want you out because you didn't fit in that community with them at the time that you was there. Or these people that you work with, or it could be your family members. They wanted you out the house because y'all was not seeing eye to eye, and they was getting fed up with the situation, and so they couldn't change you. They couldn't stop you. Or they didn't want you to know that they was tired of you, and they wanted you to be gone so they can yeah, they want you to make it hard for you to be able to do anything, to just have a job, to be in alignment, or to be a better person. If this was the case, if you are not like them, you ain't like them, they see you as, oh, you think you're too good type of person. They wanted all that to change and they couldn't change you, so they was trying to make things hard for you. And they didn't want you to see that that's what they was doing, playing nice in your face, but really that they was hating behind you because, you was sticking to your goals and what you was trying to do when it comes to, a new beginning, and you could be different from them. And they weren't liking that because, once again, y'all ain't the same. Y'all not the same. They didn't want you to have no relationship. They was probably, they are not, you and them are not in date. They are lonely. They want you to be lonely. Misery loves company, so they didn't want the best for you. And you basically kind of realized that when it came to any of those situations that I named. You wanted better for yourself, so you made that decision to try to go out there and have a new beginning. However you need to try to have this new beginning. Ooh, I just like restarted that one. So we're gonna go to empowering you, because then whether this boss or these people that you was with, and somebody, it was probably somebody that you could have been celebrating with. Yeah, then it was mad because you did give good advice. You didn't want you to, see that they was working hard. Yeah, to not let you, or to not, for you not to be able to take care of yourself, which is, terrible. But you being the Queen of Wands, determined, independent, and wholehearted, a social butterfly, very energetic. You strive for better. You took care of yourself, and people recognize that, and they know that's why you wanted more for yourself. So that's why you left this job, left these family members, left this relationship, whichever it was. They wanted you to be worried about money, what you was going to do if you left, where you was going to go if you moved, all everything. How was you going to get by? But you was healing. You wanted to make a way for your own, being the King of Wands. You that entrepreneur, starting your own business. You could have had faith in yourself with the Star card. And you believe that you was able to do this. You was you know. So you probably secluded yourself, separated yourself from them, these people, this thing, and, you know, if anybody came in with an offer, you was going to be, you know, thinking about it. You weren't sure whether you would or not, but you know, if anybody was, you was going to be, you know, thinking what they was wanting, what their intentions were with that, because you remember, you know, what you just got out of when it came to this tower moment, these people, this place, these family, these friends, these co-workers, and you know how that went. So you was being strategic about this whole situation. Let's go ahead and put something on this. You could have been creative on how you, you know, was trying to make your money, or somebody was creative on how they was going to make you work hard for trying to get ahead. Yeah, because they didn't want you to be able to better yourself. Ain't that about it? Yeah, you could have changed, you know, once you left here, that job, that place, that house, these people, and you could have worked on healing yourself because you let go of the past and you started, you know, putting your boundaries up against them. You started going within and realizing these people was, you know, your enemies. They was the ones that was trying to keep you down, and they kept doing it, you know, but you was learning your skills, you know, trying to be passionate about something, what you was wanting to do, and you kept working at it. Because you was wanting to be stable for your family, and you was following you know, your heart. What you was wanting to do, you weren't gonna let them stop you. And now they sad because you had confidence to move on, so you can be, you know, in a better position, you know, established, you know, have some kind of wealth, financial security, be able to take care of yourself. And if you got kids, your family, and, you know, see through all that. Yeah, these enemies, this illusion, this confusion that people are trying to cause, are just, you know, these people who, you know, being real deceptive towards you. Unfortunately, these people that you knew real too well. Now, these people could have been, you know, people that you work with. So, yeah, these are people that you was in harmony with, like I said, and you could have let them go and protected yourself from them. Yeah, because you was stable and secure, and you was being able to take care of yourself at a time, you know, you was being realistic about the situation. And people kept coming in and trying to be all nice and sweet to you and act like they weren't, you know, doing what they was trying to do, you know, be dirty behind your back. You knew the truth about the situation, and you weren't gonna let them stop you. So you made that decision to go ahead and just let it be how it's gonna be. These people that you left could be in their feelings. They could be hurt, a little moody, they mad. Mm-hmm. But you would say, yeah, they could have been needed. They needed you more than you need them. Your job needed you because you was one of the best workers. Landlord, you was probably the only one else paying your rent. This lover, like I said, you helped them out. You was doing more for them than they was doing for you. And everybody but her in these partners, yeah, these relationships, they was want to control you because they were always being negative behavior. They was all being toxic. The devil. They always wanting some. Was attached to you in some kind of way. They needed you. And you had to figure out a way to get away from them because they was the ones that bring you down. With the Queen of Swords, you use your judgment. You know, you had to clear your boundaries. You really had to communicate with these people. You probably told them you supported them, but then you had to realize that you had to stop because that was the only way that you was going to be able to grow and be able to do what you was wanting to do. And they was trying to win at all costs to keep you where you was. Yeah, they were sticking to their goals, but you weren't having that, and that's just what it was. Let's see what else. Let's put something. Let's see what else is going on. So, your protection. Use, again, your spirit team could have helped you heal in this situation. It can be a family, you taking a leap of faith. and you traveling, or you changing real quick, or you moving away real quick, and being able to, defeat these people. Yeah, okay, looking, yeah, you knew that was the right thing to do. Whether you knew what you was gonna do afterwards, you did what you felt was in your heart to do. Yeah, you overcame these challenges. You know, these people arguing, disagreeing with you. You basically in competition with you. They just felt some type of way about you trying to, you know, be grounded, be practical. You know, being able to protect yourself and handle your business. Being a queen of pentacles. You know, being able to, motherly, nurturing yourself, being protective. Yeah, living comfortable, taking care of yourself. Just being happy. And they kept trying to test you. And they was just not having it. They had spent more time on trying to do that to you than worrying about what they could do to better themselves. You basically just carried on being yourself, how you are, and they just wasn't liking it. You were so different among them that it just really irked them. That's really what it was. Like I said, business, relationship, friends, family, that's just what it was. Yeah, they was just being attached to you. They had the negative thinking, behaviors. Yeah, yeah, it was them. It was one of those situations where it was them, not you. Now people be like, it's me, not you. No, it was them, not you. Oh, my stomach just growled big, but yeah, you could have been being protected from them because these people was really, yeah, you was balanced. You was the earth angel. You always found the way. You know, you always cooperated with them. You always was a good influence on them. You was in your purpose. You was confident in how you moved. You know, you was patient with them. You was balanced. You brought, harmony, and everything was okay when you was around. And when you didn't, things fell apart. When it came to paying your rent, you was the only one they could depend on. Your job, they know you come through and everybody else didn't. Your partner, he always be sad and depressed. He couldn't figure things out. You come along, you help him out, and everything was always good. You left that thing just tend to fall apart. So you was just a good one. And they hated that they needed you, but they wanted to make it look so much like what you gonna do without them, when really what they was gonna do without you was really what they was worried about. Because you entered the cycle. Yeah, that's what they was thinking. With the Seven of Swords, they thought they was getting away with something. They was manipulating you. They betrayed you. They was being dishonest with you. How they was acting. These people could have been, they cheated you out of a position when it came to job. And you ended that situation with them, these people. You moved on. You accomplished that. Yeah. You triumphed. And, yeah, on to the next. On to the next. On to the next. And that's how you was in this full card position where you was Ace of Pentacles. You was able to have a new beginning. Out with the old and with the new. Being abundant, gaining some wealth, your stability back after all that. And that's how we're going to end this situation, because I don't need to go further than that. This is what the reading was. This is general, but this is what it was. And so on that note, I hope you guys was able to keep up with me. I hope I didn't bunch up this this message, but overall, that was the energy. That was the reading for the day. And once again, thank you for tuning in to my frequency. Like, share, and subscribe to your channel if you're feeling your girl in this messages. And I'll have more to come on that note. Thank you. Till the next one.